Well, both fighters now into the ring. Raimundo Battling Torres coming up the aisle. Another of the Mexican idols on the card tonight. The first one, Jose Becerra, has already come home with a ninth-round knockout. Now we'll see if the underdog, Raimundo Battling Torres, will be able to stage an encore. Carlos Ortiz already in the ring, the champion coming in first, to be followed now by Battling Torres. Here he comes, a white robe, white towel over his head, and gets quite a hand. Torres, another reminder, is undefeated in 31 bouts. He has won 24 of them by knockout. This is a boy who is only 18 years old. So when I say boy, I mean it. He'll not be 19 until February 17. We'll have the introduction of the fighters for the Junior Welterweight Championship of the World in just a moment. I see referee Mushy Callahan, who was the former Junior Welterweight Champion of the World, will be the referee here tonight. Quite appropriate, since Battling Torres and Carlos Ortiz will be boxing for that same title. It was reactivated not too many months ago, and Ortiz won the title by knocking out Kenny Lane in New York City in 2 rounds, June 12, 1959. Kenny Lane, you know, a great southpaw lightweight who went 15 rounds with champion Joe Brown and very nearly defeated him. There's Enrique Bolanos. Great lightweight favorite of the Mexican and Los Angeles people, who challenged Ike Williams about, let's see, it was 12, 13 years ago for the lightweight title in some of the biggest drawing fights in Los Angeles annals. Enrique being called into the ring, and he perhaps is the all-time sentimental favorite of the Mexican people in the Los Angeles area. Whenever Enrique is introduced at a bout, they do the next best thing to ripping the house down. Lee Grossman, be one of the judges here tonight for this second main event. And the referee, as we said, will be Mushy Callahan. By the way, you're watching a history-making TV presentation. This is the first time for a championship doubleheader, and the first time World Championship fights are being videotaped via closed circuit for delayed TV. So, a tremendous production tonight in the boxing world, and another tremendous first in the television world here tonight from Memorial Coliseum in Los Angeles, California. Fans standing up around ringside here, taking a bit of a stretch. We'll repeat, if you joined us late, the estimated gate for this fight, $345,000, which not only breaks the all-time California gate record set by Aragon and Carmen Basilio in September of 1958, but breaks it by more than $100,000. See Norm Lockwood, who worked the corner of Jose Becerra, likewise as Battling Torres, American representative, will be working with Battling, and that is Norman in the white sweater, bending over talking to him now, putting the towel back over his head to keep the chill off, but as we've said, it's not too chilly tonight. Here's Jimmy Leonard.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. In the ring at this time, I take a great deal of pleasure in presenting to you the outstanding featherweight in the world, the world's champion, known as the Springfield Rifle, will be seen here in California very soon, the very popular Davy Moore. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I take a great deal of pleasure in presenting to you one of the most popular boxers to ever appear in the Los Angeles rings. Now in business in Los Angeles, and I stand for that great former lightweight boxer and contender, Enrique Bolaños.
Walking around ringside, we see Mr. Boxing himself, Nat Fleischer, the editor and publisher of Ring Magazine. Oh, there's Johnny Longden with his wife Hazel. Johnny, who has won more races than any jockey in history, 5,400 horse races.
Ladies and gentlemen, outstanding number one welterweight from Mexico, Rey Terrazas. Rey Terrazas. Reminding you, Rey Terrazas, number one welterweight, and reminding you boxing every Thursday night at the Olympic Auditorium in Los Angeles. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we go into the championship bout for the Junior Welterweight Championship of the World and 15 rounds of boxing. Ahora tenemos la pelea 15 rounds por el Campeonato Mundial de los Pesos Welter Juniors. En esta esquina, con calzón blanco, on my right, wearing white trunks, weighing in at 138 pounds, pesando 138 libras, undefeated in 32 fights, invicto en 32 combates, de Reynosa, Tamaulipas, México. The challenger with the famous punch, el retador con el golpe famoso, Raimundo Battling Torres. Y en esta esquina, con calzón verde, in his corner wearing green trunks, weighing in at 137 pounds, from Puerto Rico, pesando 137 libras, de Puerto Rico, con 33 victorias en 35 combates, 33 wins in 35 fights, the champion of the world as a junior welterweight, el campeón mundial de los pesos welter juniors, Carlos Ortiz. And now, ladies and gentlemen, giving instructions, your main event referee, a former junior welterweight boxing champion of the world, Mushy Callahan. Now judging at ringside, Frankie Van with Lee Grossman. At the bell, it's Jack Smith. Physician Dr. Jack Using. May the better man win.
All right, they're all set for the 15-rounder for the Junior Welterweight Championship of the World. It'll be Raimundo Battling Torres to the left of your screen, the challenger in the white trunks, and Carlos Ortiz, the champion. Ortiz came in at 137, 3 pounds under the junior welter limit. Torres at 138, 2 pounds under. Ortiz been beaten only twice in his career by Johnny Busso and Kenny Lane, and he later reversed both of those. Torres, as you know, undefeated. Ortiz, as you'll notice, a very muscular young man. Hasn't turned 19 yet, and they don't expect he'll be able to fight lightweight for much more than 3 or 4 more months. He'll go up into the welterweight division because he's very solidly built. He'll put on weight. Too much left jab from Ortiz so far. Torres from Reynosa, Mexico. Ortiz from Mayaguez province. Puerto Rico and New York City. Crowd roared as Torres grazed Ortiz's chin with an overhand right. Torres has the big punch. About half a minute to go in the first round. At midnight tonight, and you can be assured she'll celebrate. Round number 2, Carlos Ortiz in the dark trunks, Battling Torres. Jim Healy ringside from Memorial Coliseum. Scheduled for 15. We'll repeat that. The crowd estimated at over 38,000 fans. And Eileen Eaton, the co-promoter, along with husband Cal, celebrates her birthday at midnight tonight. It'll be quite a celebration.
Déjalo.
Whereas Torres is classed as a knockout puncher, Ortiz is what they call a banger in the boxing business. He'll give you an awful beating to the body. He may not knock you out with one punch, but he can wear you down, and he throws a heavy punch that you'll feel for a week or 10 days. He caught him with a right hand and followed with a left and staggered Torres. And Ortiz is landing very easily with right hands in this round. He buckled Torres' knees with that first right hand.
Ya le aguantó lo mejor, hombre. Ya le aguantó.
Another right hand by Ortiz, about 45 seconds to go in round 2.
Abajo, Torres, abajo. Abajo y arriba. Sabe mucho él.
So here is Carlos Ortiz sitting down for the minute rest between rounds. And unofficially on our card here at ringside, Ortiz has won his second straight round by a 10-9 margin. Where he defeated, it's interesting, Torres in the first round, we thought, with a left jab. He piled up his points here in the second round by landing with that lead right hand. His rise to fistic fame and fortune rank as one of the truly great accomplishments by an athlete in any sport. First emerged on the horizon September 9, 1936. He was born in Mayagüez province, Puerto Rico, and he was a scrawny lad as a kid, but after undergoing beatings as a youngster, he decided he'd better turn to fighting, and he's done a pretty fair job of it. The junior welterweight champion of the world, Carlos Ortiz. Round number 3, this is Ortiz in the dark trunks and Battling Torres. That's what we meant by saying Ortiz is a banger. Ooh, he digs them right into the body.
Ya no corras, Ortiz, hombre.
Ortiz getting in some good licks to the body. And he rips that punch in there. Veteran boxing men will tell you young fighters today have forgotten the body attack. They all want to be headhunters, but Ortiz is not one of them. He believes if you hit him in the body, the guard will come down and you can hit him in the head. Torres' best punch of the night, a left hook. And the crowd roars as Torres rips a left of his own to the body. Uh-oh. Torres walked into one right in the nose, but he comes back. Ortiz had better not get too daring with this young man. Ortiz taking more shots at the chin here in round 3, but most of them sliding off the side of Torres' head. 5 seconds to go in the round.
Chamas again.
Points after 3 rounds. Three points we have it unofficially after 3 rounds for Carlos Ortiz in the dark trunks against Battling Torres, this round 4. And as Torres comes out to be the aggressor in this round, he really perks up the fans. Torres having most of those punches blocked, either on the gloves or the elbows, but the fans like it anyway.
Vámonos. Vámonos. Vámonos.
Torres working now more to the body than he has been, and doing a fairly good job of it this round.
Vámonos.
No knockdowns, no cuts so far. This is round 4. Torres' best round, though. Neither fighter's ever gone the scheduled 15-round distance of this bout. Ortiz caught him coming in with a right hand. But Torres won't back up. About 15 seconds to go here in the 4th round. Battling Torres. Well, as the fans clamoring after the sensational finish to round number 4, we thought that was the first round Torres had won in the fight. Raimundo Torres Resendez, his real name, taking his mother's maiden name, he is Battling Torres. 31 straight victories, 24 of them by knockout. We hope you're enjoying the videotape of this great double world championship card tonight. For history is in the making. It's the first time for a championship doubleheader, and the first time world championship fights are being videotaped via closed circuit for delayed TV. And we'll see if Battling Torres in the white trunks can sustain the offense. He began against Carlos Ortiz in round number 4. Torres is stealing Ortiz stuff and going to the body. After shooting for a knockout in the 3rd round, Ortiz has thought better of it. Played it a little safer in the 4th and here in the 5th. And a right hand as Torres threw a left, shook him off balance. Ortiz been on the deck only 3 times in his career, twice in 1 round by the former great and colorful local fighter here in Los Angeles, Lou Filippo. Right hand really slowed down Torres with a minute to go in the 5th round. Feel that right by Ortiz. And the left hook shakes Torres. He's taken 2 crackling punches to the chin that have shaken him in this round. Here's round number 6. Dark trunks, Carlos Ortiz battling Torres. On our unofficial card, Ortiz leading by 3 points, having won the 5th round, we thought. Torres has not landed his big, perfect, sharp punches yet, I don't believe. And we'll see if Ortiz can stand up under it, if and when he lands it. About a minute to go in the 6th round. Half a minute to go. Ortiz beat him to the punch. Battling Torres here.
Wires closed.
Getting ready for the 7th round. And actually, young Mr. Torres hasn't gone this far in too many of his fights. Went the distance twice with Victor Quijano, winning a 10-round decision both times. Went the distance here last fall with Los Angeles boy Paulie Armstead, winning a decision. But most of his knockouts, as you look down his record in 1959, 7-round knockout, 5-round knockout, 3-round knockout, 3-round knockout, 6-round knockout, 1-round knockout, 8-round knockout, and so on. That's the story of Battling Torres in most of his fights. Round number 7, the challenger, Battling Torres, off his stool in the white trunks, and the junior welterweight champion of the world, Carlos Ortiz. Combination by Torres makes Ortiz hold on momentarily. I believe that was a slip. Very definitely a slip. No knockdown. Well, left thuds into Ortiz's body. Pretty nice night's work for these boys. Ortiz receiving $17,500, Battling Torres $22,500, plus transportation and a month's vacation out here in Southern California. Although they were training, they were working a little bit during the vacation. Torres takes Ortiz's best shots and keeps right on coming in. What a fighter for an 18-year-old kid. What? We reached the halfway mark, the 8th round unofficially. 3 points for Ortiz on our card. He is in the dark trunks and Battling Torres. Ortiz, these last 2 rounds, has been coasting a little bit, boxing carefully, as if he expected Torres to begin to get tired, but he hasn't shown it yet. Right by Torres, a left by Ortiz. Simultaneously. Torres, though he's had 31 bouts, actually has only gone as far as 10 rounds 6 times. The rest of them ending earlier in knockouts. Good right-hand shot by Ortiz. Good left. Contrast to Torres going 10 rounds only 6 times. Ortiz has been the distance, 10 rounds 13 times, but neither has been further. About 20 seconds to go in round number 8. Carlos Ortiz slowed down the pace a little in that round, but with a couple of sharp shots to the chin, might have earned. It was a close round. Could score it even, although he might have earned, we thought, a narrow 10-9 edge over Battling Torres. Ortiz, as we say, has been 10 rounds 13 times. Battling Torres has been 10 rounds only 6 times. Neither has been more than 10 rounds, and the distance tonight, you know, scheduled for 15. Ortiz has only 11 knockouts by contrast to 24 for Torres. This is round 9 if you just joined us, and we hope you've been with us all along because you'll have missed a great evening of boxing. Carlos Ortiz, the junior welterweight champion in the dark trunks, and Battling Torres, unbeaten.
Tírale, Batley.
Good right shot by Ortiz a moment ago. It's hard to tell whether Torres is tiring or not, although when he defeated Paulie Armstead a few months ago here in Los Angeles, he came on strongly in the later rounds. That one went 10. This is only round 9. Torres moves extremely well for such a young fighter. Tough to get a clean shot at. Half a minute to go in the 9th round. Oh, a good right uppercut by Ortiz.
Oh, le aguanta.
Puro blofe, Torres, puro blofe. Vamos ahí, Torres, vamos ahí.
So, Battling Torres, going into the ring roughly a 2-to-1 underdog here tonight, has survived 9 rounds, and a good many of the Sharpies beforehand thought, well, if this fellow doesn't knock you out in 3 or 4 rounds, he'll wilt. But he is doing anything but that, although we did score Ortiz the winner again of the 9th round. And we have Ortiz in front by, let's see, 5 points unofficially, ringside here on our scorecard. Incidentally, Carlos' wife and their small daughter are out here from New York. They stayed here in Los Angeles the last couple of weeks of his training, but his wife can't stand to see him fight, so she's in a downtown hotel here in L.A. watching some shoot-em-ups, as they call them, on television. Round 10, Torres in white, and the junior welterweight champion, Carlos Ortiz. Neither fighter has been down, nor do I believe either fighter has been hurt seriously. Torres slipped to the canvas once. If you can go by our card, and it's only our personal opinion, nothing official, they have 3 competent officials here designated by the State Athletic Commission, we would think that, Torres shaken by that left hook, we would have to think that Torres, to win this, is going to have to put Ortiz down a few times, maybe knock him out, for he seems to be being outboxed all along here. But every round has been fairly close. We haven't given either fighter a round by more than 10-9. Torres might be tiring here in the 10th round because Ortiz is not landing on him. I believe Torres is just getting very tired, and down he goes on a right-left combination. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He didn't make it. It's all over. A knockout here in the 10th round for Carlos Ortiz. And I do believe, as we commented just before Torres hit the deck, that Battling just ran out of steam in the 10th round. For he was not hit that many big punches in the 10th before the combination which put him down finished him. Actually, Battling gave it a real try. He was up, but not fully on his feet at the count of 10. So in just a moment, we'll get the official decision from ring announcer Jimmy Leonard, and we'll go up in the ring and see if we can get Carlos Ortiz. I am very intrigued. I'm going to ask Carlos if he felt the same way I did, that those body punches finally began to tell.
Gentlemen, your attention, please. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 minutes, 56 seconds in round number 10. Winner by way of knockout, still the junior welterweight champion of the world, Carlos Ortiz.
That was trying to get Carlos. He's kind of happy, isn't he? Carlos now talking to the Mexican radio, speaking Spanish, of course, raised down in Puerto Rico. And congratulations, Sammy.
Thanks a lot.
Did you think that Carlos, maybe the body punches just gradually wore down to
Well,
him?
Carlos really did wear him down with the body punches and the bodies on his chin. The other guy's a great fighter. I love him.
Isn't he, though?
He's a game kid. He throws punches. Oh, he's a doll.
Well, this is Sammy Sharon, the gentleman who did such a fine job training Carlos. Sammy, was it a tougher fight than you thought?
Well, Tell you the truth, I never saw Torres.
Oh.
I was a little scared of him because there's all his knockouts and Carlos hasn't fought in 7 months.
Uh-huh.
But this to me, he's the greatest little fighter around.
Oh, he's a beaut. Let me ask you this, Sammy. Did in that third round where Carlos went out and looked like he was trying for a knockout, was that the strategy?
I don't
He got
want
very
it.
brave.
I don't want it.
Did you notice that?
No, I want him to keep going, sticking, and wearing him down, which he did with the left jab.
Uh-huh.
And that left jab is $1 million.
Well, he showed that off in the very first round, the left jab. Let's see, we'll get Carlos over here in just a moment, as soon as he's finished talking. Sammy, what's Carlos got in his mind now? What would he like to do next?
We got so many things.
Carlos, congratulations. Can you talk to the folks on television here?
Oh, yeah.
Did
Anytime.
I was just asking Sammy about that third round there. You looked like you were going out for a knockout. Was that the plan?
Well, no. I was just trying, with my left hand outbox him and cut him up and wait for my move. When Sammy Sherry told me to go out and get him, then I went out and get him.
Carlos looked to me as if perhaps the body punches and all, you gradually wore him down. He seemed to just
That's right.
sag in the 10th
That's right.
round,
Well,
didn't he?
I was, going up from the head to the body and from the body to the head, feinting a little with and coming out with a right hand lead, which I caught him very good. I outsmarted him and I punched him and all that. I think he's going to be a good fighter, but not now, in a couple of more years.
Yeah, just a minute. Sammy, I just want to ask Carlos one more. What was the combination that put him away?
Well, a combination hook to the body and a left-right to the head. And
right to the
another right hand to the head, which put him down.
That was good.
I
Carlos,
showed
again,
my hand.
congratulations. Sammy, yes.
I think we fought every leading contender around. If the kid ain't entitled to a chance at Brown, there's nobody.
Liz, you won't have trouble making the weight. You were 37
No,
tonight.
sir. I had to feed him a little to get 37.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Well, congratulations to y'all once again. Top off a wonderful evening of boxing. Pardon me, Carlos.
Hey, Jimmy, get the bar.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. On behalf of Boxing Illustrated and Wrestling News Magazine,
Presenting Carlos now with a championship
the
belt.
for the Junior Welterweight Championship. It says Championship February 4th, 1960 will be engraved, won by Carlos Ortiz.
Carlos, there you go. And man, he deserves it too.
Hey, Carlos.
Hello again, everyone. I'm Jim Healy, and this fresh young fellow is the one you saw just a few seconds ago. Scored a sensational knockout over Battling Torres, Carlos Ortiz. Carlo, 24 hours later, how do you feel?
Oh, just fine, Jim. Just as good as I felt last night.
Well, you know, a lot of people are interested in what a fighter who defended his World Junior Welterweight Championship successfully last night. What do you do in the 24 hours after that? What did you do after you get showered and dressed last night?
Well, Jim, what I did wasn't much. I just went home and because there was a lot of commotions in the stadium, and after I was too tired, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I just went home and to the hotel room, saw my wife and my little baby, and then after that I felt a little hungry and I went to some friend's house to have some dinner.
What time did you get to bed?
Oh my goodness, it was about 2:30 in the morning.
Now, what time did you get up this morning because you had some very important business at the Olympic Auditorium, right?
Well, it's usually when I after a fight, I don't next morning I don't usually go to stay sleeping too late. So I got up about 9 o'clock.
Oh my goodness.
So I didn't have much sleep at all. It always happens to me that way.
Sound like Art Aragon, only he used to have a different reason. He'd want to go out and read the papers and read all about himself. That's why he couldn't sleep. Well, Carlos, what about Battling Torres? Did he surprise you with his ability to take a punch? I thought he took one very well.
Well, it surprised me too, Jim. I hit him with some tremendous right hands and left hooks, and when I tagged him, he stood up onto them pretty good. And I thought he should have gone down from about after the third round, and he just stood up and caught him.
Carlos, in our comments a few moments ago here on the videotape of the fight, we had said it looked to us as if Battling began to tire. In other words, you had belted him so many good shots, especially body punches, that you wore him down, and he had become, just ready to go. Were you aware of that in the 10th round before?
Well, no, I wasn't aware. I was just following my pattern of fighting, the way my trainer, Sammy Sherry, told me. And in the 10th round, I caught him with good combinations, and I saw that after I tagged him with the first combination that he was going out, so I kept on following. I followed up, and I hit him with the right punches then.
What was the combination again?
I think it was a right hand, left hook combination that brought him down.
Carlos, I want to ask you a little something more about Mr. Torres, about that third round. First two things. Coming up in a moment, we're going to replay that knockout in a few moments, I should say. And also, very, very generous and courteous, gracious of Carlos, as he always is. We'd like to present him with a Bascon movie projector with a built-in screen for dropping by tonight. Now, Carlos, back to the fight. Our pleasure as always. In the third round, we wondered at the time if you weren't getting awfully, daring and risky, and looked like you were shooting for a knockout. What about that?
Well, it looked like that way, but Jim, I was just beginning to warm up, and I tagged him with a couple of good right hands, and I got a little careless afterwards. My trainer told me, "What the heck are you doing?" You know, because I was getting too careless, and this guy really punches, and if he would have just connected on me at the time, you know, I think I would have gone down.
This boxing spectacular was produced by Arnold Isaac and directed by John Polich. Now, this is your ring announcer, Jim Healy, saying goodbye and good boxing from Los Angeles, the sports capital of the world.
Next on TV5, Big Three Final.